Malibu Bootcamp was set up by Andy Walsh and some of the guys that he works with, and it was a really interesting experience. I enjoyed it a lot. I think maybe I enjoyed it the most out of all the players because it's just really interesting to me, and I think about a lot of these things a lot, and I do a lot of kind of similar practices already with breath work and cold exposure and these kinds of things.
Went to a pool one day and we learned breathing exercises to hold your breath underwater for longer, and it was actually kind of interesting for me. I held my breath underwater for almost 4 minutes, which was interesting to me. I didn't think that was possible for someone like me, but it was a fun day, and we did some other things to like discuss what the best possible player, what qualities that player has, you know.
We did something they call the EPM. It's basically just talking about what you feel like is the most important to be the best pro player that you can be. It's really interesting to see what your teammates think are the most important things to be a pro player and to be the very best, and what they feel like is less useful. And then you can kind of be on the same page about that, or at least understand your teammates better when they might not want to do that one thing and they would rather spend time playing the game or maybe even exercising. You can understand that that's them trying to do what they feel like is best for them to be the best player in our team. I think a lot of the exercises were kind of meant to force us to bond or force us to work together in some way. We were swimming in the pool and we had to carry each other, and one person had to kind of let themselves get rescued, or carrying each other while we're running at the beach, or solving puzzles where certain people are doing one part of the puzzle and the other person is doing a different part, and you need to work together and communicate and react quickly, and just a lot of things where we really needed to be there for each other, both physically and mentally. Sometimes we had to embarrass ourselves or be really vulnerable or do things that we didn't like or things that we weren't comfortable sharing or doing in front of our teammates. And I think that things like that, if you really kind of reflect on it and see what it does for our bond, I think has a lot of value.
Yeah, being in the cold water was at first, I mean, I didn't want to do it because it was really cold. But the first time we did it was at the very first day, and I was kind of afraid going to the water. It was cold, of course, but once we like linked with each other and had our arms together, it was like a really nice feeling, you know. And you know, if you're alone sitting at the water, you will like get knocked back really fast, but with your team it felt like you're like one unit, you know. So it was feeling very, very nice, and it's all just really your mind that holds you back, not your actual body. So that was also something that I've learned.
So this was our champion pool and finals. I just like quickly pulled this from our like scrim stuff. And then the champions that are red have been nerfed in some way, shape, or form in the past 3 patches. So I'd expect that the champions that are like unchanged, that are still seeing play in MSI, are probably pretty strong. But we'll test out this priority and then see if this works out for us. We can make adjustments every post game. You know, the system's going to be the exact same, so we're just going to run through the post game and then we'll talk about draft after and see what changes we need to make. To reiterate what the goals of the week were, just make sure that we're really like talking a lot, especially about first round and the level 1. I think that John and Matt, you guys have to especially step up to figure that out. And then outside of that, we're going to figure out the meta for draft, and we're trying to like focus on this like responsibility of everybody individually to help us work back into the system that we had. And if we see things that are falling off, feel free to call it out, especially in game. Like if people are skipping steps in our vision process or like things like that, or we're not communicating certain things that we should be communicating, then feel free to call people out. And let's make good progress today. Okay? It's touchy and a smile. We're back!
It's been a while.
Don't forget to smile.
It's been a while since I touched the boys.
It has been a while.
Yeah.
What is that?
A sidewall. Or I mean,
Sidewall. Okay.
Sidewall? I like that.
We did less with?
no. Or maybe.
I'm still a bit away. 5 seconds, 5 seconds.
So, in the past, we felt like John was good for TSM as a jungler, and we felt like Matt was also good last split, in spring split. So we felt like the right thing to do was giving both junglers a fair chance for the main star spot.
I've been in like shared time situations in the past on like Team Liquid and yeah, all the other stuff. Every time I've dealt with it, it's always been pretty stressful, especially for the players. Like, I definitely have a lot of empathy when it comes to, like, say, we split times 50-50, and one player wins like 3 games in a row, and then the other player like loses 3 games in a row. And that's really gonna suck for like the person who lost, because like in their head, it might not mean anything to the coaches, or the other teammates, but in their head, they're like kind of worried that they're gonna lose their spot, right? Because they had worse results in scrims, even though that's not necessarily the case.
It kind of blows to just like all the other junglers on all the other teams are playing 6 games a day with their team. And so me and John are literally going to like no matter how much individually we practice, we're only ever going to go into each game with half the amount of time practice. But hopefully as like time moves on throughout the split and we become more like cohesive and we kind of find our like footing again as a team, then that gets better.
I've been enjoying it personally. It's kind of interesting to get a perspective when you're watching. Like I've learned things, and I think like the strengths and weaknesses. There's definitely strengths and weaknesses between the 2 players that I'm able to see. Like, oh, I'm doing something in a part of the game that's actually really good, and then I can be like, oh, I'm not doing this well. This is hurting me. So it's probably hard for the fans or whatever to see strengths and weaknesses. You can't. You have to like see scrims and stuff. So I'm sure they don't understand, or it's hard to understand. But I think it's overall it's working pretty well.
Hey, what's up?
That was aim.
A new split, man. We're gonna get this. Start from game 1.
Is that what the smell?
Let's go. We're back to here. We're back to here again. Ah shit, here we go again. Coffee is this.
Oh shit.
Here we go again.
Whoa! There we go.
He's
there
here.
you fucking is, man.
1, 2, 3, let's go.
Oh, that's weak. We beat those. We
High
beat those.
tempo.
We fucking beat those. We beat those.
I want to hear a fuck yeah after this, Peter.
Alright guys, before I came here today, I rewatched the video we put on the finals, and I remember what Soren said. He said every team will have a bad day, every team might lose the games, but we'll get them next time. And we spend a whole off season, we go through everything we can. We talk about what we lack off, we talk about what we're not enough, and I think it's the time. Alright? It's the time to start a new split, and we're ready to go. Everybody's ready. Alright, let's go guys.
Fuck yeah.
Louder than what like we did. Guys, we got this, okay?
Yeah.
Alright, summer spread. TSM on 3. 1, 2, 3. TSM! Let's go!
Ah, shit. Here we go again.
Can you get a recon? I can CC. Coming.
Recon. Oh, also.
South,
Go.
Yeah, they can cancel. I'm looking to cancel. I can cancel maybe.
I'm dead.
I cancel.
That's fine.
I cancel them. Kill. No flash. No flash.
Sein ult. Back off if you can. No, we lose this. Oh, it's really...
Okay. Okay.
So I'll just sip advantage in 1 minute.
Okay, and then we're fine.
Yeah, for sure. I'm giving prior right now until I see Olaf. Or you
Come in. Mid.
Looking mid.
I think I'm done.
I'm bolting you here.
Can't hold.
Pushing bot.
Recon flash, Silas flash. Or I'm not sure about Recon flash actually.
Okay. Keep track of your lane points, okay?
Yeah.
Cannon's here too. Cannon no flash.
There are only 2 in, by the way.
Yeah. This is Cannon inting, guys.
It's no flash.
Matt, you need to look at that guy.
Matt,
Look.
Yeah,
Go.
Coming.
nice.
I can ult that guy after.
Yeah.
You can look, yeah?
Yeah, go.
No flash. Oh, wait, hit him.
No flash.
Just. Can we go down mid after? I need this.
Look, coming.
Coming.
Oh, I missed.
I'm coming.
I think we should just go here, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
Silas is split.
Silas,
Go.
go.
Should we go, Matt?
Yeah.
I have ult.
We win this too, I think.
Yeah. Play was on 0.
Yeah.
I ult.
Olaf, no ult.
Cannon looks Zonias.
Okay.
It is okay. Yo, Azir. Azir's up here. Sorry, first game of the split. I can't eat in, but I've been kiting in.
Fucked up drop. It was only pick to pick here.
I mean, last time we said we could pick.
That means
As
we
well
fucked
as
up.
Yeah, camera flag.
Yeah, we don't. So we fucked up in draft, but I think it's playable because you guys have a really strong top 2 too. But
Yeah,
we didn't win through that.
In the whole game, I'm playing defensive, and we can't do anything. It feels
But
like.
why are you playing defensive the whole game? We start bot on blue, we leash from that. They don't leash on their side.
No, we started top.
What?
We started top this game.
But why?
There wasn't even the issue.
Then why do you do that then?
It's not the issue.
So what's the issue?
The issue is just. Yeah, I don't remember the comms very well, but when Olaf was top before me, I was running straight top, and maybe like gave BB confidence to fight, and then Olaf was just in the bush, and he died.
I mean,
before I got there.
even after that, I mean, it just felt like the whole game it was not my turn to play, and we didn't go aggressive in their jungle once on top side, and I don't know why, but I was always winning. So I don't know what went wrong in the game, but I don't feel like they did something special, you know.
But I'm the one like face checking bushes and shit, or face checking the jungle and shit. I think you should be the one who sees that angle, and you should be the one who goes. I can call. Like, we can always help you, but you should be the one who sees the inter because you're the primary engage.
Yeah.
You must engage.
It's like in the game where John is playing Jarvan and he's the guy who's killing pinks instead of being on the midway looking for the engage. And you can be the fucking ward killer. You guys are the engager. You need to fish for fights at all times when they're moving around the map.
It
No
feels
one else
like
can engage.
the moment we lost that top fight and the one in bot, we just can't do anything anywhere in the map.
Yeah.
And we're just bound to bleed 3 towers the moment we like lose the bot fight, where we trade 2 for 3. It's just completely doomed for bot lane at that point, and top is already not in a good spot either. So it feels like we camp, no place to make. And the only comeback play is Sejuani ult, but no one can get Sejuani ult in the team. Olaf has ult, Sylas is too OP, Saya has ult, I can't squeeze us.
It's killable if we do the trail play. We just didn't look for it one time.
Yeah, maybe. It just feels like once that play happened bot and the mid, I mean top lane, then we are bound to lose 3 towers.
Yeah.
And the first 3 drakes too.
I didn't even get to use my ulti practically one single time this whole game. One single time. I actually didn't use it, and I don't know why.
If there's like spots where we could fight them, I think it's better for me to just throw ult, even if they have Mercs, stopwatch, QSS, etc. Just ult the slow field and we start fighting, because that's way better than losing the way we did, I think. Because we just got bled slowly and we never engaged.
I like yelled his name twice before we left. Like 2 managers? Still forgets one job? 2 managers, 1 job? True, 1 job. It's to bring jobs. Who's the fucking new guy?
Hey, where have you been?
Testing out my mouse, actually, to make sure it works.
Did you get left behind?
I might have gotten left behind, yeah. Cool teammates. Don't put that on the fucking thing. That's fun.
Hey, Andrew.
Peter got it.
Now I'm a nice guy because the camera's on again. Hey guys, let's have a good game today.
Are we good?
Whoa.
You did pop after yesterday.
I'm pumped.
Some fucking juice, boys.
Yeah, let's get it. Wait, is BB getting out? Jonathan, come here.
Oh god.
Jonathan, come here.
Oh, he's actually smurfing.
You got the pump already?
Give me.
You got it already? Ready?
Double team.
You got the pump, brother.
Alright, guys.
Let's go fuck you.
You all know yesterday didn't go as planned. No. And I think it was good that we lost. Honestly, we won too many scrims, but I think we got overconfident. And now we're not playing as 5, we're playing as 6, so it's even more easy to win. You know, we have more power, more teamwork, more strength. You know, and I just want to show it today. Okay, let's get it.
Agreed.
Let's get it. Make it loud, guys. TSM on 3. 1, 2, 3.
TSM! Let's
That was fun.
We beat those.
Ori's still not mid, okay?
He hasn't won try, okay? You can look for speed.
Yeah, we can. You can gank Ori when she comes back to lane here, John. She's no flash. Yeah, this is good gank timing. You're at level 3.
No,
I think you should go now. I think you should go now. Look at him. Look at him.
Coming.
The mid do missing.
Yeah, I think it's okay. He has phase rush, okay? Keep that in mind.
I think we got him.
That's fine. Sorry, can go mid from base, but really
Good shit, Jonathan.
nice.
Good free kill, nice.
Top lane's
I'm gonna
board
walk
is
this
gone
top
in
later.
30 seconds, okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna take his raptors here.
Recording this.
Spot, and then-
Okay.
Oh, he's top, he's top.
It's up. Okay. It's up.
Might be okay, but he might be desperate too.
Sorry.
I think you're out.
Is he a flash?
No. Oh, Rek'Sai has. Sorry. Has.
Think.
Oh, it's close. Top, Rex no flash. Should be fine.
Yeah,
Still
it's okay.
really well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look
Look at
5 soon.
Yeah,
2v2.
I win these. Don't worry. I win these. I 2v1 them.
Nice.
Nice.
First the flash.
I killed him too.
First the flash.
I got him. Don't worry.
And
I
you
can
can
watch
ward it.
Oh,
Hold on,
shit.
yeah.
Watch me.
We fight
He's right here, no?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'm going.
Anybody.
look at John.
Look Zyra.
Look, Zyra.
Flash.
Ori on the left. Ori no.
Yeah.
Look, Zyra.
Zyra dead.
Nice,
Look,
nice.
on Rex.
Rex next.
Three windows.
Stay
Nice.
Go Drake.
Nice.
We have.
somewhere, I don't know where.
Yeah.
Oh, he's right there.
We still have Sona
Doesn't
heals.
Rex might go first.
We still have zone ult, by the way, John.
You looking for Rumble? I'm looking for
Oh,
Rumble.
we don't have Sona ult.
No, we Zillion ulti.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I can speed you up.
Look at Rex. Just finish Drake.
Okay.
Look at it, look.
Yeah, look at this, guys.
It's fine.
Rumble.
Okay.
Rumble.
Stun.
Yeah.
Nice. I got stun here too.
It's alright, John.
Yeah.
Fine.
Really
Can
fine.
we take mid tower here?
Oh,
Look at me, guys. I think I'm mid.
No, look.
I got him.
We
We
can
can fight this. We can fight this.
Oh, he's ulting on me, look.
Here, come here. My face.
He's flexing on me.
I can see me back. I have all 3.
Nice. We can go.
Yeah. We can end maybe.
I'm TPing back.
We can end again. Oh god, my spite on Infernal.
It's fine. You didn't play too bad, John.
It was mainly my fault, I think.
I also didn't play the best. Bit fucked by John.
Why not? And TSM will continue the win streak. 1,142 days.
That is a very long time since CLG has been able to take down TSM. It won't be today.
Tell me about it.
It was really dirty almost. BB was inting it, but I guess it's a dub in the book, so whatever.
Yeah, it was really dirty actually.
I was watching the game, not playing this time. Wow.
Yeah, it's a
Guys, safe top, okay?
I can't play safe.
Fuck, man, he's here, man.
I can't play safe.
No, I said fuck. Yeah, I know.
I can't play safe, man. I have to farm.
Yeah, I have to hit minions, man.
Matt's like, when did I get to play this draft? Yeah, dude. Tony came in. I'm like, so what do you think of the draft, guys?
No way. So humble, Tony.
As soon as Jesper came back from the handshakes, I was also doing it. I was like, so what do you think about the draft, guys?
Immediately, Tony's just like, he grabs a suit, he's just like sitting there.
Nice interview, Jonathan.
No actual physical damage ever hit.
You like made a fucking space. Yeah, I'm really good, guys. Alright, let's talk about the game, but specifically the draft.
I think,
Yeah, no.
I think either we need to change something in scrims or on stage. We talk way too much on stage and repeat things too much, and it makes everyone miss things that are important. Because in scrims we're all like relax and say something once and it's fine, but on stage it's like everyone's shouting the whole time and everyone's screaming. So I think something gets like lost in the middle of everything. I think sometimes it makes people die when they shouldn't be.
Okay.
I mean, that's how I feel it is on stage. It's like everyone's, obviously more serious.
I mean, my death was not bad. If you jump on that one.
No, not yours, but like in general, there's a lot of like, calm down,
Like, hey guys, calm down.
I mean, it's kind of the same as last split, where there's times where there's a lot of comms. Like, I remember there was a game, Andy, where you said like last split, like, okay, I'm gonna sweep it. I'm killing this ward right here, and then I'm gonna sweep this area. I'm gonna look for wards in this area.
Yeah.
Like we didn't really do that in scrims, and in this game today, you're saying like, I'm gonna queue the bush in 4 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, guys. I'm gonna queue the bush, and it's like you don't do that in scrims, and it's taking up a lot of space in the comms.
Yeah.
But there's many more important things we can say. You can just say, I'm queuing the bush soon or something.
In general, everyone's more like activated, I guess. And it feels like there's a lot of clusterfuck in comms.
Yeah.
And we don't have it in stage, I mean, in scrims, so it feels like too different to be on stage when it shouldn't be. So I don't know if you're gonna be like more serious in scrims or like, not, we are serious, but just like more focused. I don't know.
This is like, we're 5 mid, for example, we're standing in a group, everyone is saying something.
Yeah.
And everyone thinks what they're saying is important.
Yeah.
Even though, probably in this case, what John is saying, what Andy's saying is important.
Yeah.
Andy usually calls the sums, so that's the most important. John calls engage, shit like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, but everyone is talking. We're standing here and everyone is talking, and things are getting lost, for sure.
You don't know if you should listen to our comms and like write down what every person says.
I think you should
That's
think
a
about
point.
because I'm like the biggest offender to this. I can guarantee you.
No, but talking
but
less doesn't mean it's bad, you know?
Yeah, I know, but
Think
like
we should,
I was always the person who just said random shit like a lot.
Yeah,
And
sure.
And it's
Last-
like, I just think about it a lot more now.
Last
a lot
split, we always said, like when we were talking too much, guys, calm down. And
Yeah.
I thought it was very helpful.
Yeah.
keep it
Yeah,
going.
so do this in game. I think it's fine to say calm down in game. It helps, but just we'll be better if you can not have that happen too much. You know?
Just when we're playing, just think about how important it is what you're saying, you know?
Yeah.
Like some things are good to say, but they're good to say when nothing else needs to be said, you know? Or when no one else is talking or something like that.
Pump me up, baby. I mean, you guys have team shoes too or what?
Let's go!
7 for 4? Okay. Thanks.
That's how you pump your players for the pump. And pump it for the pump.
Oh, what the fuck, man? You want to die or what? You know, you're only breathing because I allow you to breathe. Joke!
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I've seen him a long time, but
right now.
he's a cool character. He's so sick at dancing.
After the game, getting ganked twice. Even though I knew he was top lane. So
I'm not even sure.
I'm gonna try to step it up
I
next
probably will
time,
go
you know, for the
if I
fans,
can,
and
I
for
will go.
myself, for the
100%.
team, for staff, for Andrew White.
Oh shit, that was awkward. Thanks.
And for Caesar. Thank you. Thanks for watching Season Legends.
For the split goals, I wanna make top 2 this time in the season, like the regular season, because I think having that bye is really important for your semifinals berth, because it gives you a huge advantage over, you know, C9 or TL, whoever we're playing against in the semifinals. I assume C9 at this point, or maybe FlyQuest, something like that. So that's the first goal, and then of course I want to win any LCS.
I feel like we're starting really close to where we left off, and we remember a lot of the things that we did really well last split, and we can kind of quickly bring up, this is something we did playoffs last split, let's make sure we keep up this habit and reminding people what they were doing before. A lot of time in the past for me or my teams, it's kind of like the split is over, people take vacations, and then you start from the ground up, and you need to work on these really basic fundamentals over and over and over and kind of get them right, and you can build on those. But it feels like we remember and are very serious about the fundamentals kind of off the bat, and it doesn't take as much time to kind of remember them compared to in the past. So I'm really hopeful that we're going to have a good summer split, win finals, and hopefully do well at Worlds.